What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Monkey Trap.
Who's in the trap today?
And away we go. This NFT thing.
Right.
I'm trying to learn about it, and because being where I'm at in life, I feel like I might have a chance to sell
absolutely.
some NFTs. And you just recently announced you're doing a thing kind of like Shark Tank. Tell me about that. It's kind of like it's called the pitch, I think.
Yeah. And I don't really have all the details here, but effectively, me and Snoop Dogg and Ashton Kutcher and Guy O'Siri, who is YouTube's manager, does a lot of music stuff, are going to have a pitch contest where if you've got an idea for a business around NFTs, we want to hear it, and we're going to give away up to $1 million to these companies. And so it's a new area. It's really cool. It's really interesting, and we want to see if there's something crazy that we should be investing in.
Well, I want to throw my name in the hat on that because
Come on.
I started thinking, and you tell me if this works, because the NFT is a non-fungible token, and I think you can sell like a limited amount of them, or you could sell one. I wanted to take the top 5 of my cars and make NFTs out of them.
Sure.
And sell those NFTs, but they actually could be turned in to accept the car. What do you think about that?
Okay, so 2 different things, right? So I think taking pictures of your cars and turning them into limited edition NFTs is good, right? Just like people buy posters of their favorite cars, it's just a digital version of a poster in a lot of respect that has been imprinted with a serial number that makes it a collectible. And, the fact that it's yours is what makes it a collectible. Now, if you try to connect it to something physical like the car, so you have to deliver the car, that actually makes it harder because you already know what the value of the car is. And adding the NFT to it doesn't add a ton of value, right? It actually makes it more difficult to resell. So if you put up, just when I was on the show, right, what was the 55 Chevy or something that we had?
It was a
back
55
then?
Ford, yes.
Ford, right. And so if we took a picture of me and you in the 55 Ford and we created an NFT, and there are only 10 of them, and we put them up for $1 ETH each, $2,000 each, we could probably sell all 10 of them, but we'd also make a royalty if somebody else decided it was worth more and one of those 10 people resold it, let's just say for $2,500, we can make 10 or 20% of that back and make more money. Every time it's resold from now for the next 100,000 years, we'll make a royalty off of that sale, or you'll make one when you do one of your cars. Now, if you connect a car to it, supposedly, by the rules of the game, that NFT and that car are supposed to stay connected. And if it gets resold again, then you'll get your 10 or 20%. But think about that. If someone else is trying to buy that car the second time and they have to pay 20% of it out, it's kind of like in the auctions, right? And Meacham and everything, the buyer premium and all that kind of distorts what the real value is. And so I'm not as big a fan of connecting physical stuff to it. I think, people are going to want to own Richard Rawlings stuff, right? NFTs. And if you just do just the NFT with nothing attached to it, then you get to keep all that money. And if it's sold and resold, you get to keep all that money. Like I did an NFT you know what Cameo is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I did my own NFT version of Cameo. So I put out a video that I minted into an NFT, and I put out 20 of them saying, hey, this is Mark. If you want me to do a custom message, just buy this NFT. And when you take ownership of it, it unlocks a special email address, and it says how to unlock it. You send me an email, and as long as it's short and legit and it's not me selling something, I'll record whatever video you want me to record. And so I sold 20 of those for $2,500 each. So 50 grand in about 2 minutes. And then people resold them. And I ended up doing the videos and making like $70,000 with about 15 minutes worth of work. And so doing unique and cool stuff like that is so easy with NFTs. But if I had attached something physical and said, and I'll send you an autograph, right? An autograph picture. Now, all of a sudden, reselling it gets a lot harder. Me having to deal with it was a lot more aggravation because I got to ship it and all that shit and make sure it gets delivered. So just keep it simple. Just do stuff that's 100% digital, because the millennials that work for you are too old, but like the Gen Z people in particular, everything they own that's of value, they don't own houses. Maybe they have a car, but they probably use Uber or Lyft.
Yeah.
Everything they own that's of value is digital. So they're used to buying and selling digital shit. I mean, the worst day in a Gen Z person's life is when they have to look at their phone and decide what picture to delete because they've run out of space on their phone. That's how into digital they are. And so, just making an NFT all digital, making it a collectible, making it unique to you, making something that will resonate with your fans, that's what you sell.
I think I like that idea. We've been studying on it, and I like your idea there where you leave the message. Does it go a little bit further? Like, say, the next person, if you leave a message, does that NFT just kind of stay like that? Or does the next person get a chance to buy it?
No, you just get, so like if you bought that NFT, so you bought the NFT that says, hey, buy this NFT and unlock the email address and I'll send you a message. And then you buy it and then you send me an email at that special email address. I'll record it and I'll just send it to you and it ends there. I don't give you permission to turn it into another NFT, although you could, right? And,
so it just dies, or it just stays right there. The last owner.
It's just a video that they use, right? And then a couple of people have asked me to turn it into an NFT, and I'm like, sure, if you pay me for it, you can turn it into an NFT and we'll sell it. But just think of it like Cameo, where it just stops right there and you just did the favor.
Well, that's exactly kind of what we were thinking about with the car was we make sure that these NFTs, this limited edition, sell for enough value of the car.
But remember, it's like Kings of Leon did a thing where they put a lifetime ticket as part of the NFT, meaning you can show up to any concert, which is really cool. But what ends up happening is everybody does the math in their head as opposed to the emotional buy. What's this car worth? That's what I'll pay for the NFT. And you have to make sure that that's the minimum bid. And then maybe you make a little bit more over it, but it's not really an emotional, I love Richard Rawlings type buy.
I got
Whereas
you.
if it's an emotional Richard Rawlings type buy, there's no way to really value it. It's just what it's worth to that person. And so now all of a sudden, if it's, it could be, you sell 1,000 of them for $100 a piece, right? It could be something simple. You could do your own, car punks, right? Which, crypto punks is a new thing where or an old thing that's made new. But you can do your own versions, I guess is the point. You can come up and be creative, but they're things that your fans are going to like. Because the people that are the most successful with NFTs have online following where people are willing to put in the time to learn to collect Richard Rawlings or Mark Cuban stuff.
Yeah, and there's a lot of following. We've got a ton of followers all over the world.
Exactly.
I mean, we're in over 100 countries.
Not all those followers can afford to buy a car when you want them to buy the car.
But they can afford to buy an NFT.
Right, exactly. They can afford to buy a picture of Richard and his favorite car, his 5 favorite cars.
So besides this this business that you're starting with these guys, is part of that business going to be an NFT management company or?
Yeah, there's different types of agencies that are starting to do that right now as they figure it out. The reality is it's really hot right now, so prices are inflated and they're going to come down and normalize, and they're already starting to do that to a certain extent. So it's more. We're not looking to start an agency per se because it's really just normal, building up your fan base and then educating them some on how crypto works, because it's a little bit more difficult than just buying a pair of socks on Amazon or buying a t-shirt on your website. And so you've got to educate them with some of that, get them, with a wallet, get them to buy some crypto and all that kind of shit.
So you're making like 70,000, you said, in about 15 minutes. I got to get on this gravy train because I'm looking at your Insta here and I've got a considerable amount more followers, maybe.
Okay, rub it in. Like I don't put in the Insta time. I only got like 1.6. How many do you got?
What do we got? 2.4. 2.4. And then what do we got on Facebook? 6.5? No, 2.4 on the Triple R. Yeah. So I've got about 6.3, 6.4 total on Insta and around the same on Facebook, right? Yeah.
Total, we're at 19.5 million.
19 million total across the board.
That's not impressive. I got 8.3 on Twitter, I think. I got 6.6 on LinkedIn. I don't even know what I have on Facebook because I rarely use it. So, okay, we're
close.
We're there.
Well, I want to make $17,000 or $70,000 in 15 minutes. I have to do this.
So what I did was, you can go to Mintable, you can go to OpenSea, you can go to Rarible. There's a variety of places to do it. And you just so here's what I did. I took a picture because I wanted to experiment with this stuff, right? And so I gave you one example, but when I first started, I just took a picture of me walking into the American Airlines Center to go work out. And I used a site called Mintable, and I posted it up there. I went through the process of taking this picture. You take the picture, you mint it. That's what it's called, putting it onto the blockchain, which turns it into an NFT. And then I shared it on Twitter. And within minutes, all 20 that I had priced at $25 each were gone. And they were reselling over and over and over again, so that I made, I don't know, $20,000 net to me with about 2 minutes of work there. And I've just done this, every now and then I'll do the exact same thing with different types of stuff. And I've probably made $300,000 in like 3 hours.
That is absolutely awesome.
It's insane. It's insane. Now, a lot of that is people deciding that I underpriced it and they resell it over and over again. And I get my 10 to 20% of that. And that's what makes these things unique, right? And that's what got me all excited, because anything else you've ever done, online, if you sell it, that's cool. But if it's ever resold, there's probably no market for it and you get none of it. Now, because it's serialized, the digital file was serialized, that's turning it into an NFT. Now, every time it's resold, you can set the royalty rate that you want. And I typically set it from 10 to 20%. And so I keep on getting paid. It's the gift that keeps on giving, and it's just amazing.
I'm going to have to study up on that, or get my millennials, or hire a Gen Z or something, or maybe come see you, because I've got the following, and I've got the things, whether it's the cars or the Richard Rawlings lifestyle or whatever. So definitely got to get into that. Now,
all you got to do, just to do something the first time, do it real simple so you can just see it. Go to mintable.app, just take a picture, like take a screenshot of this right now, right? And then just mint it to the Ethereum blockchain. And then one of the options and then set a price, and so just say it's $100 and you're going to sell 10 of them, right? So it's just $1,000, but set the royalty to 20%. Then go on social media and say, hey guys, I just minted my first NFT. It's only $100. Let me know what you think, and just watch what happens.